Yate Osio Halito Istango Bojo from the Indian Nations University. You're watching Haskell News.
Welcome to Haskell News. I'm Lori Hasselman. Concerns on campus are rising in regards to garbage allocation. Here's Charlie Perry with the story.
Garbage cans across campus are being stuffed to the brim as students and staff alike question whose responsibility it is to take out the trash.
I think it's a facility's responsibility to take the trash out, especially the ones that are outside the dorms and the ones that are in the lobbies of the dorms. But the ones that are inside, like the students' suites, I think it's their responsibility to take that out themselves because they're the one that is making the trash.
Van Noy had this to say.
To have the RAs and the SRAs help to try to curb the trash being placed in the lobbies, hallways, bathrooms, and stuff at the dorm. We're kind of limited on what we can do. We only have 12 custodial staff right now. We used to have 18. So we are limited in our resources, and we do the best we can to get the trash out, but we can only do so much, and we need the help of basically everyone on campus.
This is Charlie Perry with Haskell News.
Blaylock Hall has undergone some upgrades recently. Here's the story. Residents at Blaylock Hall will be enjoying new dorm room furniture. Beds, desks, and drawers were delivered to the dorm as part of Phase 1 of planned renovations.
I'm kind of excited because the drawers under my bed are broken. So I'm actually pretty excited to get the new furniture, have the drawers under the bed work so I have more space to put my stuff.
According to Housing Director Jimmy Tucker, funds were secured for the furniture by Facilities Management. Phase 2 of the renovation will include new carpet, with bathrooms being redone and building repairs in Phase 3. The furniture was replaced one floor at a time, so students only had to be absent from their rooms for a short period of time. The old furniture had been in place since the 1970s. This is Lori Hasselman reporting for Haskell News. The Haskell community got swept up in the Kansas City Royals World Series games. Here's Tyler Jones with the wrap-up.
The emotion could not be hidden as Haskell students and faculty awaited to see their Royals play in the Fall Classic for the first time in 29 years, when most Haskell students were not even born.
Well, I've probably been a really obsessed Royals fan for almost 30 years.
Haskell staff member and editor-in-chief of Indiansports.com, Brent Conway, gave his take on the Royal run.
It's been great for the community. All the communities in Kansas City area have rallied around the team, and it's been really exciting to follow them this postseason as well.
Royal superfan and faculty member Lorraine Williams has been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Known for the last 2 or 3 years that we had a good team. These young men, they're homegrown, and they have been coming along very well. I don't know that I actually thought about them making the World Series at the beginning. I just wanted them to do well, over 500, That's what I thought all season. But I think there's a part of me that felt like I would jinx them if I said, oh, they're going to be in the World Series this year, So, no, I never did do that. But in the back of my mind, I was hoping.
After an exciting run, San Francisco was just too giant for a Royal celebration, but Haskell students were still happy to be a part of their Royal run.
I was disappointed like any other, Royals fan, but at the same time, I was very proud of them. They've come a long way. From a couple years ago, they weren't that good, and to come to be the last two in the finals and representing Kansas, they did a really good job. I'm very proud of them.
This has been Tyler Jones for Haskell Sports.
Has police brutality against minorities gone too far? Here's Ryan Gibbs with the story.
Ferguson, Missouri riots after Michael Brown's death. Michael Brown was a teen who was shot to death by police officers. The riots lasted throughout the night and will continue to last many more days until case is solved. Here at Haskell, Mahavis Redbird Goodblanket, 18, returned home during a break and was shot by police officers several times. One shot hitting him in the head. Mahavis' mom said he was unarmed. The two officers involved are receiving the Medal of Valor in the incident. Officer Chance Avery, the other officer involved, Police Officer Dylan Mack. Mahavis Redbird Goodblanket's family is still seeking justice in his case. How do you know Mahavis Redbird Goodblanket?
I met him his first semester here, I believe. And I don't know, just became good friends, good kid. Showed up here and showed a little bit of interest in making music when I was doing concerts out here, and I don't know, became good friends.
How do you feel about hearing the news about what happened to Mahavis?
Oh, it was tragic. You know, honestly, when I heard the news, I had reached out to some media outlets and wondered why they didn't have no coverage, national coverage. I called NBC, and they had like a hotline you could call, and ended up hitting a few people with emails, and ended up calling somebody that was a news correspondent and talking to somebody, and they said they had covered it, but I watch the news every day. I didn't see nothing of it. It wasn't national attention the way I thought it was. But I had reached out to his mom later on and expressed interest in helping the family raise money and causing awareness for the young man. But yeah, I knew him, and it was, you know, it was horrible to hear that, and then to hear that these officers were honored with medals of honor for shooting and killing a friend. It kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth about a lot of about the whole situation. But then to shed light on everything, you know, with Ferguson and Trayvon Martin getting the attention that they're getting, is wonder why we have this silence in any community, and I think that needs to stop. And doing interviews like this and making little newscasts and letting our people know about what's going on in any country is the first beginning approach to starting to combat some of these problems that we have, such as this issue right now.
If you want more information on this story, visit their Facebook page at Touching Goodblanket Cuz Mahavis Redbird. This is Ryan Gills for the Haskell News.
Haskell once again opened Stidham to the public to use as a voting site for this year's election.
The city uses our location as a voting site for many people here in Lawrence. They had approximately 300 voters this year that voted through this site.
This has been Haskell News. Thanks for watching. I'm Lori Hasselman.